I was at a men's Bible study a few days ago, and we read John chapter 21, and it's the last chapter of John where the disciples go out fishing after Jesus died, and they've only seen him a couple times appear to him, but it almost is as if Peter is kind of discouraged because he denied Jesus, and then he ran away in Jesus' hour of need, and so now he decides he's going to go back to his old job, which was fishing. And so while he's out there fishing, he's not catching any fish. He's not succeeding at what he used to do really well. And Jesus walks out on the beach and he says, "Hey, cast your net on the other side." And then they catch a bunch of fish, and it's a miracle. And then Peter jumps in the water and comes and embraces Jesus, or sees Jesus. And then Jesus makes them a meal, which is just really incredible that these friends that denied him in his time of need, and they run away from him, and then the next time he sees them, he's making them a meal, which is just a beautiful picture of forgiveness. And then he looks at Peter and he says, "Do you love me?" And Peter says, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." And then he says, "Tend my sheep." And then he asks him again, "Do you love me?" And he says, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." And he says, "Feed my sheep." And then he says, "Do you love me?" a third time. And it says in here that Peter was grieved because he asked him a third time. And that's just so crazy because Peter denied Jesus 3 times. And then Jesus is like kind of pinpointing that. But he's there making him breakfast, and he's asking him if he loves him. And so I just thought it was such a beautiful picture because Jesus comes after him and he said, "Hey, you're not supposed to be a fisherman. I called you to be a fisher of men, and don't go back to your old job. Don't go back to your old ways. Do what I have called you to do." So that was just a really big encouragement to me, and I get emotional when I think about that because, man, Jesus is just so forgiving and loving, and it's just a beautiful picture of the gospel. So I just want to share that with you guys. Cheers.